Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another 2024 presidential election prediction. Today, I have all the impeached presidents in American history: Andrew Johnson, Bill Clinton, and of course, Donald Trump. Just a disclaimer, I'm putting Donald Trump as the Republican nominee and Bill Clinton as the Democratic nominee over Johnson and Wallace, who will be running third party, just because I don't think any major political party really suits their values today, even though both were Democrats in their own time. George Wallace had his own third party run as the American Independent Party in 1968, so this is going to be something a little more like that. I also won't be doing my usual rankings of safe, likely, lean, and tilt, just for simplicity's sake, because there are three candidates. I'm just going to be putting the candidate I think will win the state and completely disregarding margins. So without further ado, let's get into the usual safe states. Basically the West Coast, the Eastern Seaboard, Illinois, Hawaii, which I will be getting to in a second. I'm not ranking, I'm just ranking them because I definitely think Clinton will win these. And Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Kansas for Trump, because, the Mormon Belt, it's not really culturally racist. There isn't much of a history of segregation here, just more religious traditionalism. And I think these people will side with Donald Trump, who is really far from a traditional conservative, actually, but I think he represents their values better than the far-right Johnson and Wallace, who are formerly of the Democratic Party anyway. I also think, to get this out of the way, Bill Clinton is going to win big in the Rust Belt, in New York, which I forgot. The reason he does it here is because we have two right-wing candidates here, those being Donald Trump and Andrew Johnson. And though I think Donald Trump could make all of these states competitive, I think Andrew Johnson will be able to siphon enough far-right votes from these states to hand them to the Clinton-Gore ticket. Maybe almost sort of like how Bill Clinton won here during his actual presidential runs in the 90s, with Ross Perot being more of a libertarian right-wing type, but still siphoned votes from both candidates in both elections, actually, but definitely, I think, helped out Clinton a little more. I think Donald Trump will actually hold on in places like Ohio and Missouri and Iowa. They've been shifting to the right, but not so far right that they would back a Johnson-Wallace ticket. But I don't think they'll go back to candidates like Clinton, especially after his scandals in the 1990s. 1998, the scandal that got him impeached in the first place, which is why he's in this video, funnily enough. And I wasn't looking forward to this part, but I see the Johnson-Wallace ticket carrying these states, just because of the segregationist history here. Also, these two are helped out by the fact that Johnson and Wallace are from this area, being from Tennessee and Alabama, respectively. I picked Wallace to be Johnson's running mate. Of course, segregationists, even though they weren't from the same time period, but definitely similar values over the course of about a century, actually a little more than a century, but they'll win these states. I see Clinton and Gore winning North Carolina, Georgia, and even Florida because of the split voting, as I've said before, in addition to these states, with the exception of Florida trending more Democratic anyway, with Joe Biden carrying Georgia. The first time a Democrat has since Bill Clinton, actually, so I see Clinton winning here. Clinton won Kentucky both times, though I think it will still remain. It'll be more of a toss-up between Trump and Johnson, but I see Trump winning here, as in West Virginia. Trump got over 70% of the vote in West Virginia, even though Bill Clinton actually won it twice. But it's definitely trended Republican, but not so far to the right that I could see Johnson winning it. New Hampshire and Maine, I see Clinton winning both of these states as he did during his actual presidential run. I think New Hampshire will be more competitive than Maine, but ultimately go to the Clinton side. It's been trending more Democratic. Indiana will go to Trump-Pence. Mike Pence, it's his home state. He was a representative and then later a governor here. Minnesota will not leave the Democratic column for the first time in almost 50 years. It will remain Clinton-Gore because of this, split voting. Nebraska will, I think, side entirely. Actually, no, I think Clinton and Gore will win District 2. But, side with the rest of this region here. Texas will go to Bill Clinton. As I said, split voting. Of course, you have people like Alex Jones from my video yesterday who might go for the Johnson-Wallace ticket, which will take votes away from Trump and help out Clinton in a state that Trump only won by about a 5-point margin. Oklahoma, strong Republican, will side with the rest of this area. Arizona goes to Clinton, trending more Democratic, as will Nevada. And Alaska will go to Trump. And so, this, kids, is why you don't pit right wing against right wing or left wing against left wing if you want to win an election. Not unlike 1912, where we had two candidates who were ideologically similar. The Democrat wins big time, 395 electoral votes for the Clinton-Gore ticket. Landslides comparable, I think maybe even exceeding both landslides Bill Clinton won by when he actually ran. And so, this is one of a few videos for today. I'll see you then.